This is Judge Joe Brown, and you're watching We All Be News TV, the
News-free Dixie.
News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
And so just want you to know. Man, I looked at that smile on your face just now. And the first time I ever wished I was a photographer, to take that picture and let the world see that honesty and that integrity. And know some of the things I know, how you drive all over the country to chase us down.
It's like a stalker, though.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Chase us down. Okay.
I do feel like I have an obligation for people. I mean, it's bigger than me.
You know.
Yeah.
But no, being business, you can't see it. It was business to Trump. He saw nothing.
All right.
Okay. I just saw it, that smile. Okay. And so again, I just say, man, I thank you. I look at Kathy Hughes, what she's able to do with that children. I look at Carl Nelson, the Joe Madisons. You know, some can go further than others, but some got leeway. But I just say, man, to sit here, my birthday, it's a weekend. Thank you for contributing to my birthday. You know, all I say is thank you. We move so fast. I don't know if you're married, I don't know if you're a family, I don't know if you're a wife. But when we get on here, we bosom friends. Anytime I see you, I stop whatever I'm doing. Hey, my man, how are you? Hey. Hey, man, what, you know? I owe that to you. Because together, we can beat this thug. Because it's the universal law. And so again, I just say thank you. Thank you for running me down, man. Thank you. If your schedule's not jammed, you'll be back and we'll show the people the no stuff that they didn't put on the wall. And then one more assignment. Abraham Lincoln's on a penny. You know how much it costs to make a penny in America?
A nickel?
Huh?
A nickel?
It used to be, I hadn't checked lately.
Okay.
It used to be $1.44. I mean, yeah, $1.44 to make a penny.
That's something.
And then I'll explain to you why. Why Lincoln is on a brown penny.
Yeah, we did this show before. We did it before.
We do it again because
Okay.
my grandmother didn't see it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you look up the fact that's what they charge you now to make a penny?
Nah, I didn't look. I could look it up.
No, but how'd you know it costs a nickel?
It's just like it would cost more to make a penny than the actual penny.
Huh?
It's like it would cost more to make a penny because it's like just the lowest cent you can get, right? A penny.
But I mean, why would it cost more to you to make a penny? The white businessmen in America have the shrewdest minds in the world. So if you tell me it costs more than $10 million to make a Rolls Royce, then why?
That's a good question.
Why?
I don't know.
That's what I'm asking.
I'll research.
So if it costs more to make a penny than a penny's worth, then how much does it cost to make a quarter? Or a dime?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm saying, you know, because what I thought you were saying, that you wasn't saying it, but I was feeling it after you ran it on your show. They took it down to 5 cents and maybe to a penny. Now they're not gonna make it less than a penny.
Right.
To make a penny. So again, but that's the obligation that you have. How old are you?
Oh, 36.
So you don't have the right to do what 36 people do. You don't have the right to go to the dance or go to the party. You don't have a right to take that trip to Europe when I might need that plane fare to fly somebody else to feed my people that love me. You feed them. Oh, it's one thing being hungry from food. There's another thing being hungry for information.
That's right.
And that's you the feeder. You got to be the farmer. You got to grow the crop. Huh? You got to till the grain. And at nighttime, when you hear something that sounds like water, you got to go and see if the crop's gonna be flooded. That's your job, man.
Yes, sir.
And then you got to deal with people that think you're crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, that's their way out. I'm embarrassed that you told me this, and I didn't know it, so I think you're crazy. That's simple. Thank you.
Thank you, Baba Gregory. And the words of the great Duke Ellington, we love you madly. Keep on producing and pushing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Which was, you know, idiotic. He was saying you do it properly, you'd be fine. And so I went down and wrote it up for the newspaper, New York Amsterdam News, and I published a lot because I eventually Dick inspired me. I got a PhD in nutrition.
Wow.
In addition to my PhD in Spanish.
This
Right.
is your book, The Complete Mastery of Spanish.
Right.
Dr. Carolyn Thorburn,
Right.
PhD. This is your book. So I just want to talk to you, like we talked a little bit about Dick Gregory, and also you had a chance to meet with Malcolm X
Right.
while I was a student. Can you tell us about that experience?
Well, I was not, yes. At Douglas College, which is the women's division of Rutgers University, Malcolm X, I feel, was so important to this country, especially to blacks, because he transformed us in the back. He raised our estimation of ourselves. Before Malcolm, no one would say black is beautiful. When Malcolm left, he left us with that consciousness, that legacy of being proud of who we are and proud of our heritage. Because before that, no one said that. But when I sat there across the table with him, as close as you are and I am, and he would say, all blacks are the devil. And I said to him, all? He says, yes. Of course, that was his experience.
All whites were the devil?
Everyone mistreated him.
Okay.
Even those who were for him in one of his high school, I think he was a grammar school teacher. And they put him down as far as where he could reach. He said he wanted to be a lawyer. And I said, you gotta be realistic. You can't be a lawyer. And then he realized even those who were for you saw you as a lower esteem. And then when he went to Mecca and found out that there were whites who treated people like brothers, and then he realized that not all whites were the devil. This man left his hotel room and gave him his suite. And the other president treated him like a guest of the state, giving him a chauffeur to drive him around, and was for a few days, for a week. He realized that there were other whites out there who did not treat people like they were beneath the average person. So he had the integrity to change his mind when he had a different experience.
I want to ask you this about Baba Dick Gregory. We're out here outside his viewing of his body on Howard University campus. And I know you had a relationship with Baba Dick Gregory. You have some stories to tell. You like to share your thoughts about Baba Dick for us?
Oh, yes. I remember how I first met him. I went to Drew University when he was speaking and heard him speak for the first time. And I was so impressed, I asked him he should come to Uppsala College, where I was teaching. He said, sure. He gave me the card, American Program Bureau. And then later on, we were talking and in the director's office, and one of the students was supposed to drive him back home. And I said, well, I could drive you. This is not out of your way. Now, at the time, I was living in Belleville. You always go to Belleville by way of New York City. So it wasn't out of my way. I just want to become close to him, get more information from him. And we developed a relationship after he came to Uppsala. I picked him up at the airport. And every time he came back, I always picked him up. And then later on, you know, as I said, he gave me the funds to fly up to his place in Plymouth when he had a farm. And then I also gave me money to drive down to, or rather fly down to Flint Goodrich Hospital in New Orleans, where he was working on a 70-day fast on pure water, nothing but water. And he was there because they wanted to monitor him and make sure, analyze his fluids and make sure he was alive and he would survive the 70 days. And he proved that by not only alive, but he walked 100 miles to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Wow. To see that you could still be in good shape, drinking only water. Of course, he drank water that wasn't contaminated and didn't have salt tablets with it. Okay. Because that's what happened to Bobby Riggs. Wow. And so we became friends, and I had a radio program at that time, and every year my first guest was always Dick Gregory. Okay. And so I was inspired to get my PhD studying nutrition, and also I don't know if you know other nutritionists I met through Dick Gregory, like Gary Null. I interviewed him in New York, and Charlotte Gerson, who's the daughter of what's his name, Max Gerson, who wrote the book Cancer Therapy, showing that oxygen was important. Okay. So Dick was very important in connecting people to the importance of not just getting a living, but how to take care of their bodies, because we're dying too soon.
Dr. Thorburn, excuse me. This is your book, The Complete Mastery of Spanish. I want to thank you so much for spending time with us.
By the way, if you're interested in speaking Spanish, you can do so in 3 weeks.
Really, with this book?
Yes, but actually you can do it in 3 hours. I used to teach in New York City at the Learning Annex, and there the course was Speak Spanish in 3 hours. In the first hour, I would divide the class into pairs. I say 40 students. Each one had a conversation partner, and they talk for an hour, 1,000 times. They repeat questions and answers. And after that, the next 2 hours, I taught them how to write their own dialogue and get up and role play. I had students saying to me afterwards that they learned more in 3 hours than they did in 3 years in school. In school, you sit there. How are you going to learn how to swim? Can you sit and listen to a lecture? Or do you have to jump in the pool and get wet? That's right. And so that's what they teach in school, or the high school or college. You lecture and kids go to sleep. That's
right. Dr. Thorburn, we thank you so much. In the words of great Duke Ellington, we love you madly. Keep on producing and pushing. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad.